Hello, everybody. My name is Ryunn, and welcome to another episode of the Drinking Corner podcast. Today, we have a very special episode, being the fact that when this podcast releases, it will be Valentine's Day. I am here with my two other co-hosts. We got J-Dog. Give me your nice little ow.
Oh.
And we got the boss, Foss. Before we start into today's video, how are you guys doing? John, what has been new in your life since the last episode? How are you doing, buddy?
Doing all right, man.
You both got blue moon.
For those of
Y'all
you
got
watching,
blue moon?
I got a blue moon.
For those of who are watching the
listening.
vidcast, or for those of whom who aren't watching the vidcast and are listening to the podcast, John and David are both drinking the same drink while I'm sitting here with water because I've had a migraine all day. And I'm drinking water.
It would help.
For
It's my
this
first
next,
beer in.
for the next episode, I'm thinking of busting out the sake.
Well, you got to take a shot of something at least tonight.
I'll get the
Them's the rules.
makers. I'll go get the maker's choice. Son of a bitch. Okay. John, how are you while I go to the kitchen to find a shot glass and the whiskey?
I'm good. Doing well. Haven't really been up to much. I am taking some time off from my job to help take care of my mom. So other than that, I'm just been kind of, staying at home and kind of feeling like I need to work, but I got a lot of work around here to do, so keeps me busy.
I feel that. And how does that make you feel?
Makes me feel fucking crazy.
I feel that.
No, it
I
makes
feel
me feel
that
good, man.
majorly. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm glad where I'm at in my life right now, so can't complain.
That's good.
Got that stuff, Tim?
Yeah, well,
Better make it a double.
when I go to talk about how I'm doing, I'll show what I'm drinking. John,
Better make
we
it
already
double.
discussed that you're drinking a Blue Moon. Is it a special type or just the original?
No.
No.
But you saying that makes me want to get that pack of Blue Moons that have different types.
The variety pack.
All flavors and stuff. Yeah, the variety pack.
I was not aware that there was a variety pack.
Yeah, I used to get those a lot, but
I want to go get some Seagrams. I haven't had them in a
thought
while.
about it.
They make me
Seagrams?
think of they make me think of Brian, who couldn't be here for this episode to talk about love. David, how are you doing, buddy?
Well, Rune, I'm doing quite all right. Just trying to survive day-to-day life of insane cat that is leaving me with tons of injuries. And I go to school as well, so I have school to deal with. And then I am going to be starting a new job shortly. If everything goes according to plan, I pass a background check. I should be starting on the day that this releases, Valentine's Day.
Awesome.
And you left them.
And
with
I'm
the
drinking a Blue
cliffhanger
Moon. I
last
don't know if
time.
I mentioned that. What was that?
Left them with the cliffhanger on where it was going to be last time.
Yeah, you
I
did.
know.
So
Did I?
do we? Yeah,
Yes,
you did.
yes,
Do we
you
get
did.
the magical reveal?
Don't
right
leave them
now?
hanging another episode.
Yeah, come on. Where are you gonna work at? Where can we stalk you? What's your social security number?
My social security number is
One.
beep, 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 beep.
I was like, John had a bright idea, but I don't see my lighter anywhere. So, fuck.
Here, you can borrow mine.
Okay. Let me. Whoa, hold up. John and David switched spots on my screen.
Not sure how that happened. It's
to
not like
give
we
a-
can move ourselves.
John just starts sliding into my screen. This is all fake. We're all sitting in the same room pretending to be miles away.
Just
Nothing
back.
I
to
mean,
do.
if you, for those of you who are listening, all three of us have the exact same background, which is if you look at your phone or whatever device you are listening to the podcast on, you will see our wonderful background. Nergasmic Goodfellas presents The Drinking Corner.
I made it in 1 hour.
I know.
That's pretty
He
damn
should have
good
been
for an
drinking,
hour
though.
worth of work, dude. I like it.
Right. I'm going through and revamping the logo, and I'm actually buying the bar neons because I wanted to start doing the drinking corner in my spare bedroom. Because I have a table and I have an L-shaped couch, and I don't ever use the spare bedroom, and the sound really does reflect well in there. So I'm thinking as I'm doing stuff, we'll talk about it later. But for me,
hang on, hold on. You guys had asked if I was going to leave him on a cliffhanger, and then you guys immediately started talking.
Just rolling.
Yeah, you guys just now like rolled over it. So do you want me to actually say where I got the job at?
Yeah. Where are you working?
I thought Tim froze there for a little second.
You know how
for those of you watching,
Ryunn, like that,
bruh.
Ryunn stopped mid-frame and just stood there as I interrupted him again
for like a good minute too.
It wasn't a minute. It was like
I should be on Law and Order as a dead body.
15
yeah, I totally understand. Stand.
It's very fun.
Damn it! It did it again.
No, I'm not going to be saying where I work this episode. I'll tell you guys where it is. I don't know if I actually told you guys or not.
So there's this lovely strip club in between Chico and Corning called Centerfolds, and David got hired as its main dancer. I'll ruin it for everybody.
It's a 4-hour drive just to go to work.
So for me, today was my second nephew, cousin, something, I don't know, birthday, which was really great. I uploaded my first YouTube video in like a week because of school just being so fucking hectic, and I bought my first computer. Yay! Actually, this would be my second because the first one I bought was the Alienware I traded for the MSI. But either which way, I just bought a new computer. So how I was saying, I've always been wanting to do the Witcher series and some other things on PC. I'm finally going to be able to do it, as well as actually being able to make animations and stuff like I wanted to for intros and outros. So fucking happy. And I am drinking the nice birthday bottle John got me.
The lovely Maker's Mark.
All right, guys. Our new tradition, before we jump into topic, we all got to take a drink. So that way we're actually drinking. No, sorry, yeah.
Clink.
Cheers.
Clink, clink.
Another.
The Orgasmic Goodfellas team, Ryunn, Boss Foss, and J-Dog are all over the legal age of 21. Please do not consume alcohol if you are not 21.
We do not condone it.
A little.
We are not encouraging it.
Everybody's like, no. I'm like, live a little. It's okay.
Don't drink and drive. Drinking and driving's bad, okay?
It's bad, okay. Well, guys, the topic for today's video is Valentine's Day, since it's the lovely day of the year where we focus on significant others and all that other lovey-dovey bullshit. So
you can tell who's single.
Yeah, you can tell who has animosity.
I'd like to start this chit chat with one question. How do you guys say Valentine's Day?
Valentine.
Okay.
Like Saint Valentine.
Okay.
But I add the S in there.
I was gonna say if one of y'all says Valentine's with an M, like
no, there's no M.
That's one of
Valentine's Day. All right,
Valentine's.
Valentine's. You got to do your multiple
Valentine's Day. I just want to like smack them upside their head. No offense if you say Valentine's Day.
What if it's your
More
kid
power
that's
to
saying
you.
Valentine's? What if the Red Bluff educational system's failing him and he doesn't know how to say it? You just gotta look at him and be like
it was a typo, but we just went with it.
Kind of like the "Welcome to Red Bluff Country" sign.
Oh my gosh! Welcome to Tehama Country.
Yeah, it's Tehama Country.
And you know what? It's not just that sign I noticed today. It's like the billboard sign behind it as well.
Really?
It says "Welcome to Tehama Country." I'm like, bro.
So yeah, John and I went on a lovely little road trip, and he pointed out that the "Welcome to Tehama Country" sign doesn't say Tehama County.
I'm not sure what sign you guys are referring to.
The one next to the visitor center. right there next
Yeah.
to the Starbucks and McDonald's.
The Red Bluff Tehama Country.
Oh, in Red Bluff. Okay.
Visitor
I'm like,
Center.
where are you guys at?
In
Yeah.
true Red Bluff
Our
fashion, we
hick
misspelled the sign.
town.
True Red Bluff
Yeah.
fashion.
It's been a while since I've been up that way.
All right, guys,
We
let's
should come
talk
up.
about
We should come up again soon,
Valentine's
dude.
Day.
Go get a beer.
When Valentine's Day comes into mind, what do you guys normally think about? Like, what is the first
Sex.
instinctive thought to sex? I mean, it works. Yeah, that
Candy.
is true. Candy.
A lot of money going out the door.
But yes,
Teddy
I could
bears.
definitely.
Teddy bears.
Flowers.
I think
Candy.
about how awkward and embarrassing middle school was, and just like K to 8, where you were forced to have to get Valentine's for everybody.
Bro, I loved
And then-
Valentine's Day.
Bro,
That's
I
it. You
hated
didn't like doing
it.
that?
Okay, from like K
Were
to
you shy,
6th
Tim?
grade. No, from K to 6th grade, I was like bullied hardcore at the school I went to.
Fuck
Until I
bullies.
moved to like Corning and went to Maywood, and then everybody weirdly loved me. But from
Yeah.
like K to 8, I hated Valentine's Day. Because it was like I had an actual crush. Like I really liked this person. And it sucked because Valentine's Day was that like one day a year where it's like, oh, I got all these cards. Everybody's getting these like small little ass dinky cards. And then the person you truly like gets, the big fancy card with the candy and everything else, how it gets done in middle school. So I'm
Of course.
explaining my really shitty experience. It was 6th grade, and I had a crush on a girl that we will use only her first name. We'll call her Carly. And the utter rejection I got in 6th grade
Oh no.
fucked me up for so long. It was bad. We were watching, what was it? We were doing, we were making stuff, and it was like a Valentine's Day thing. The teacher brought in brownies. We had cookies. We were watching a movie. I can't remember. I think it was High School Musical. And like we're all handing out cards, and I got literally like, I can't remember what popular movie came out, but they had Valentine's Day cards based off of it, and I was handing those out to everybody. And I had this literal giant fucking card that I handed the person that had like a whole like little kid confession note of just true
Oh
admiration.
my gosh. I can just see her
And-
face right now, dude.
Oh god,
When
you should have seen my face. I was sitting there like all
She's probably
excited.
like,
I got a bunch of like little cards, no big cards, no special chocolates, all the other traditional stuff you did as a kid. Got nothing. I was already picked on and bullied at this point in time. So I was like, what else do I got to lose? In the garbage.
what?
Ryunn just ripped the card virtually, like in the midair.
That's bro.
Oh, I gotta ask you guys.
There's like
Do you have any embarrassing like
I'm at a loss for
K
words.
K to 12 Valentine's Day stories?
Okay, I'll go first for this one. I know
Alright.
there's no points.
Shit.
And I'm gonna take
So-
a swig after that because I need it.
You said
Emotional
embarrassing?
damage.
Ryunn, you remember while we were going to high school that every year they would have us fill out this
The
questionnaire,
matchmaker card.
the matchmaker one. So I matched with the most popular girl in school. I think it was my sophomore year because I was single at that
Who's
point.
the most popular girl in school? Because that's very subjective.
Well, like of our class. So I matched with it was like 90% Maddie, 90% Erica H, 80% Jordan. Like I had matched with a bunch of them. And I asked one of them out. And it wasn't the one I probably should have.
Which one did you go with?
With Jordan.
Oh, owl, crash and burn.
Apparently I had the highest likelihood of matching with her. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not? I was her number 12.
They're like, hey, you're gonna really like this person, but it's not reciprocated. So speaking of the high school
They did stuff like
questionnaires,
that in high school, man. Just
Oh yeah.
our high school was actually
talk
really
about
cool.
stirring a freaking pot. That
Oh yeah,
shouldn't be
no.
stirred.
Let me tell you my story about that. So as
Oh, hold on,
David
hold on,
knows-
hold on.
Oh,
hold
you
on.
got more. You got more.
Well, no, it's
More.
well, I'll go back to K through 8. I lived in a small town in Kalinga. We didn't actually give out all of the Valentine's Day cards to every single class member. You gave them out to the people you wanted to give them out to, and my desk was always empty.
Mine would have been too if it was done that way in my school.
Middle
Damn.
school.
They would have taken my desk away to give to the more popular kids, so we had more room for his cards.
Middle
Yeah.
school.
I'm sorry, dude.
I
That's
think I
messed up,
spent
man.
most of middle school. Every time there was Valentine's Day,
Kids can be
I would typically have a quote unquote, and for those of you listening, I'm air quoting,
air quotes.
girlfriend.
Dr. Evil.
I almost thought John wasn't wearing pants.
It wouldn't surprise me. It really would not surprise me.
This is the Valentine's Day episode. Here's some unsolicited, or here's some nudity. We got John's penis.
I'm not wearing pants, I'm just really tan.
Anything more you want to add to that for your Kalinga thing through the K through 8 or any other more embarrassing Valentine's Day?
K through 8, it probably earlier on, like kindergarten, first grade, it might have been, it was, you had to give the cards out to everybody. But I distinctly remember that second through fifth grade, that was Kalinga. And then 6th through 8th was at Maywood. And Maywood definitely didn't deal with that.
I was gonna say Maywood didn't deal with that, and I remember distinctively because again, I went from last in view where I got bullied a lot because again, like all the schools around.
I get it.
Yeah,
you were bullied a lot. You don't have to keep tooting that horn. And
I was bullied. Yeah, but I'm sorry. I'm in a good mood. My homework's turned in. I don't have to stress tonight.
That's good.
But like going back to the match card things, because you, David, and John's fucking gone like always.
I know John's always gone.
John just leaves. Where the fuck is John go? He's crying. You know what? He's crying in a corner because he's hearing our sad stories and he's remembering back to the time where he was a kid and they didn't have cards. They had smoke signals. And he remembers that he remembers.
I don't even think he can hear us anymore.
That's what makes it great is because when he goes through to rewatch this, because I know he will, because he does every episode, he's gonna listen to us talk about how old he is and how back in that day they had to send telegraphs. And telegrams.
No, it wasn't telegraphs and telegrams. It was smoke signals. Get your joke right, Tim.
Okay. Either which way, it's still old as shit. Hi, John.
Hi.
Oh,
Sorry,
fuck, he can hear us.
Had to step away for a minute. Sorry about that.
Did you
All right.
how much did you hear and how much did you not hear?
I heard back in my day, had to send telegraphs and do smoke signals and shit.
Okay, we're happy for that. But to touch
Why, are you
bases on
talking
the high
smack?
school. To touch bases.
Yes, he was talking
back-
smack always.
You know, I've taken karate lessons in the back of a Walmart super shinner.
Wow. That makes me feel very threatened.
We are way off topic.
It's okay. But to touch bases on the matchmaker cards from high school, as the boss Foss would know, I was in a relationship all 4 years of high school with the same person.
All 4 years with the same person, huh?
Out of the 4 years, we only matched once on those cards. And it would piss
thought
her.
about that.
It would
dude.
piss
Never thought
her
about,
off.
like,
It would piss her off
relationships.
because I would match with people that she knew either had a crush on me, people I got in trouble with,
Bro, and you know she's gonna ask
or
you,
like her
"Who'd you match
friend.
with? Who'd you
Yeah,
match with?"
because every
You're
year we
like,
had to do it.
I don't
And then
remember. I
let
threw
me
them away.
also touch base on how awkward and horrible the Valentine's dances were.
Oh,
Because we had Ariel as a DJ, I
you
think,
guys
for
have
our
Valentine's
freshman year
dances?
one. He was the DJ for one of them.
I don't recall. I do know that later on in our high school days, he didn't really give a shit about school anymore, so he wasn't doing anything. So it would have had to been like early on.
Yeah, that's
But
what I'm
I
saying.
honestly feel like they would have hired somebody a bit more professionally.
No, I remember Ariel did. I think it was in freshman year. He did one or two of the dances we had.
Maybe.
Either which way,
Anyway.
I also remember freshman year, awkward moment. My dick got whipped out in the middle of a dance and almost like went into full intercourse in front of Jake Smith. And I'm name dropping here.
You're dropping names, dude.
I'm just gonna beep. I'm just gonna beep it in the post.
What happened?
I was okay. So David's gonna know this person. We're gonna call her Kalika for the purpose of this episode.
Okay.
A name only David and I will get.
I know.
So I originally
sense.
went to
I'm
the
like,
freshman year
very random
Valentine
name to
dance
choose.
to get with Kalika, in which Kalika brought me into a group of very questionable women, and me and one of them almost got it on at the freshman dance for Valentine's Day. So that's another, but another awkward K through 12 story. John, J-Dog.
You don't have any embarrassing Valentine's
My
stories?
life's been boring so far. No.
you don't have any like sad, traumatic, embarrassing Valentine's Day stories to look back on?
Dude. No, dude, I always enjoyed that time.
Were you a
enjoyed it, and
good-looking kid? Were you not bullied as a child? Were you not like us?
I was bullied a little bit, but it didn't like it was by someone older than me, so it was like
he's got a thing for
so,
the
you know,
older
it didn't
ladies.
affect like my
Gotcha.
school, you know, my classmates and stuff like that. It wasn't I don't know, I wasn't like a popular kid, but I wasn't you know, I didn't have any embarrassing.
Well,
Yeah.
John, since you
I
don't
don't
have
know,
any
man.
embarrassing
Can't think of
fucking
anything.
Valentine's
at the
Day
moment,
stories,
even if I
give
did, I
us
couldn't think of
your
anything.
best remembered Valentine Day story. K through 12. Asshole.
Are you asking me stuff on the spot like that, Tim?
I am. Now you got to give us the best, like your
I
all-time
refuse.
favorite Valentine's Day
Ryunn, cut him
memory.
some slack. K through 12 was so many years ago.
Yes, I am an old man.
Okay,
It's fine. It was a while ago for us too
K,
now.
okay, sorry. K to the age of 47.
I know I'm pretty much out of my beer too.
I don't know, man. I am drawing blanks right now. I can't think of any
You can't think of
Valentine
any.
stories.
You can't think of any really good Valentine Day story.
Nothing that stands out. No, it was all just normal, giving cards to everybody in class, and
You don't
seeing all
have
this
a story
crap,
of this
seeing
girl
all
you had a
TV and
crush
watching
on, and
TV.
on Valentine's Day, you tried to be all brazen and give her a nice little
No.
gift.
No,
You know,
cool stories
1920s
like you guys
American
have.
Revolution style, like, you know,
and my high school
showing up
definitely
with the
didn't do
box of
something cool
chocolates
like
and your
that.
Cinderella man outfit.
All right, Ryunn, stop beating the dead horse. He said no. Like
What
Okay.
high
40
school did you guys
times
go
now.
to?
We went to Corning Union High. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. We already say where I live. It's in Red Bluff. I went to Corning Union High School.
Yeah,
If
Red
it-
Bluff is
I
huge.
I highly doubt anybody that goes there when we went
Anything
there
like
will
that.
watch this. It's okay. And if they do, well, beep.
Even if they do, they're not going to tell us about it. Just like they didn't tell us that they had a
At a
class
reunion.
reunion without notifying most of the fucking class.
Yep, nope. It was only
Still-
the popular kids that got to go.
No, dude, the popular kids didn't even know.
I know.
It was the bottom like 60 people, except for Erica. Erica went.
Was it actually like a school held class reunion?
It was like
not
a
school,
barbecue that was held at Woodson Park
It was our
Like that?
5-year
Kind of formed
reunion.
it up. Okay.
It
They
was our
better
5-year
notify
reunion.
us for a 10-year because I want to see where people are at.
See how many people are actually dead. So I'm going to alleviate J Dog's burden now, and I'm going to tell a good story.
Oh, he has a good
So-
Valentine's Day story.
I got a couple. Are you wanting me to stay within the confines of my school
Just-
years?
Just talk.
All right.
Just
So-
Valentine's.
This was 4 years ago. With I was dating my wonderful fiance at the time. I go to Walmart. And I'm gonna be heading to her house, and I wanted to make sure I had chocolates. That was all I was going for. It was just chocolates in a cart. And I come across the end stand and the end of the aisle cap. That's it, aisle cap. And they have these giant fucking teddy bears for $5. Like, if I wanted to, I could take the stuffing out and fit inside this teddy bear for $5. And I'm thinking to myself, that's a really good deal.
That is a very good deal.
So I grab this fucker and I put it in my cart, and I get the chocolates, and I get the biggest fucking cart I can get, and I put it in the cart as well. And I check out, and the entire time all the girls are like, "Oh my god, you're such a great guy for doing that." I'm like, I know, I'm such a great guy, thanks. So I put this thing in my passenger seat, and I seat belted in, and I go through the Wendy's drive-through because I want Wendy's, want some lunch. And everybody in Wendy's, all the girls in Wendy's, which was a lot of the staff, apparently had nothing better to do, because they all came out and looked at the fucking teddy bear in my passenger seat that was seatbelted in, all going, "Oh, you're such a great guy. If it doesn't work out, you can always come back." I'm like, we'll see. I don't know.
If it don't work out, come back to me.
Yeah, come back here. So I get to her house, and she wasn't home, but her parents were home. She was coming home from Chico. And so I bring in the giant fucking teddy bear, and I kind of hide it away. And it was time for me to finally give the teddy bear to her. Her parents knew I had a teddy bear. They didn't know how big the teddy bear was. And they were amazed at the size of my teddy bear. And then they have since told me
That
I am
sounds
never
like a
allowed.
euphemism.
Yeah. They have since told me I am never allowed to buy another teddy bear for her of that size. I can buy small teddy bears, but I'm not allowed to buy the big teddy bear.
And just because they said that, I'd buy her one every single year, buy her big ass teddy bears.
So what you got to do is
I
get
can't
a
find one for
Throw 'em all over
$5
their
again.
house.
get a collection of giant teddy bears, and what you do is you like arrange them in the living room with all the lights off, but you're inside one of them. So she clicks on the light, she sees a mass just gathering of giant teddy bears. She gets a little freaked out, but she's like, "Oh, whatever, David's just being David." Walks into the room. So you get up and you move, and you take another teddy bear, you rearrange some of them, so when she comes back in the living room, they've moved. Love or horror?
All right, Ryunn, your turn.
Little bit
Okay,
of both.
so I will go to my very first really good Valentine's Day experience, which was in
A
the
lot of years ago.
yeah, right. So I actually have two really good ones, because I have one that was in 6th grade, but then my first actual real good that doesn't have a sad prompt to it was in 7th grade. So in 6th grade, my dad won custody of me February 12th. So by the time Valentine's Day was rolling around, it was known in school that I was going to be leaving and moving in with my dad. So for like the first time ever, a lot of the people that bullied me came up, and they actually talked about how they were going to like miss me and how like nice I was despite to how rude they were and all that. And just coming from like getting like really nothing and no special treatment to literally getting like big ass chocolate bars, brownies, like everybody's like turnaround love and affection to literally me going out for lunch and not coming back to school. Because they all thought it was happening at the end of February, and I was the only person to know that I was leaving at lunch. And so, like, I didn't even take any of my candy, chocolates, nothing. I was just gone. I went to the office and then I moved to Corning, which leads to my next Valentine's Day one, to save grace on names that David would know. My very first Valentine's in Corning, I ended up getting like 6 different confessions. One from Oh Shit Banana. I'll see if you can gather. Do you know who I'm talking about? All right. I got one from Anya. Who else did I get? I got one from, this one will probably be hard, but I'll just call her Selena. I got one from Bree, which I'm just not changing the name there. I got one from Bree because we were actually dating at that time. And then I got another one. I can't remember her name, so I'm just going to call her Jamie, which I think is the name, but I'm not 100% sure. But it was like the first time I actually felt liked enough to the point, because when I moved to Corning, I went from like being bullied and picked on to my first day of school nearly getting stabbed by a bunch of wannabe gangbangers, but still feeling loved about it.
That is the first and last time Ryunn would ever feel that.
Yep, that was the first and only time I ever felt love. It wasn't even when I was first born. My mom just threw me down the hallway, dropped me at the top of this flight of stairs, kicked me down, almost lost me in the elevator shaft. It was
on to the next prompt.
Held on
to the next prompt.
On to the next prompt. Do we have any other good Valentine's Day stories? Even outside of school, John. Yeah, you have to have something that was good, a memory you hold.
Yeah, just regular Valentine's, dude. Nothing like, embarrassing or special. Not special, but nothing like, over the top. They're just regular Valentines where we go out and have dinner and go see a movie and
Okay, so typical normal dating,
make out a little
stuff.
bit. And,
Of course, you
Little little second base action, eh?
But
right.
like in school though, I had my first girlfriend in kindergarten, and we were kind of like a thing. We were kind of like a thing throughout. We like really liked each other, and we just hang out all the time. And yeah, that lasted for a while, and now she's still a really good friend of mine.
I was gonna say, despite being bullied a lot in school, I had my first girlfriend in kindergarten too. Her name was Kelly. I'm not gonna release last names. And she was part of the reason why I started getting bullied at first. Because in kindergarten, she was a really out there kid. And she encouraged me to let like my freak flag fly as a kid. So like if you talk to my mom, she'll tell
people just thought you guys were like weirdos or something.
Yeah, we were pretty much perceived as weirdos because my mom has a very funny story. I got sent to the principal's office because I was like trying to convince other kids that ninjas were attacking the school.
Oh hell yeah.
And like me and her would run around and tell these like really out there stories and stuff like that. But then I think my first actual girlfriend through like K to 12, her name was Shay, to shorten it up. And I mean, that happened in like 6th grade, right before I left, when things were kind of turning around. But this brings me to my next topic. Do you guys think Valentine's Day should be something that's celebrated in schools? And if so, what aspect of the way? Because as we've mentioned, David had the viewpoint that, mandatory gift giving wasn't a thing back then. For me in the schools I went to, it was mandatory that every kid felt wanted and not left behind. So you had to give every kid a card. And John, you were too old to kind of remember that far back. So
wow.
John, you want to take this first? Ryunn, do you want to take this first?
I want John to take it first because you are a father.
He's just putting you on the spot, isn't he?
Well, I mean, this is a question.
I feel more comfortable with this topic because
there's uncomfortability in the other ones, huh?
Well, I just can't remember shit right now. And the stories you guys have, it's fun to listen to because I didn't go through any of that kind of
I have a ton of other
stuff,
stories.
so it's cool to hear them. I always like stories.
I do have good stories.
I just don't have
a lot
many.
of them in very rated X situations, but I do have good stories.
A lot of
Anyway,
the stories I tell come up in like random situations where things like remind me of something, and they'll just come up. But let's see here. I think they should up to a certain grade. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's kind of cool, like what your high school did, but at the same time, I'm sure it could cause like a lot of drama
oh, absolutely.
Oh,
within
definitely.
high school. Like high school, dude, it's a whole nother thing than
Things
when
are
you're
a lot
younger.
more serious.
Yeah. And
I think
like,
I'm pretty
like
sure it
eighth
did
grade
cause some
down.
drama.
I think like eighth grade down is cool for like the classic Valentine's cards and candies and all that kind of crap. And eventually give someone a note that you really like or something like that. But high school, probably I would say that they should just kind of cut it there. You know what I mean? Like high school, you could get a lot of drama.
Oh, absolutely. I agree.
So you don't really
I do
want
have to say that every time that I was in a relationship in high school for Valentine's Day, which I'm aware is only like four days, I was in a relationship junior year and no, just junior year, I think.
The only
I did not match with my girlfriend.
The only year I was single would have been freshman year, and I think the only year I matched with Nicole was senior year. And I don't even think we were actually dating at that time. I think we were broken up and we matched as like top picks for each other too. 'Cause I know we took a break in senior year.
I do not believe that St. Valentine's Day should be a day forced upon the kids in school. I get that it's they get a lot of candy, but these kids, St. Valentine's Day, it's been twisted from what it was originally.
Well,
but we will get to that. I know we're going to get to that.
That's another topic in of itself.
I just don't believe that St. Valentine's Day is a holiday that should be so glorified.
All right.
Yeah.
My viewpoint and opinion is I kind of agree with John. I think up to a certain grade level, because I won't lie, even though it's been twisted and it's not what it originally was, it still shows compassion and it teaches one of those things for children. And I mean, it's a great break day because admittedly, teachers need a break day where they could just throw a movie on, kids' parents bring in muffins, brownies, whatever. It's a little party thing. No kid's gonna deny wanting to have a fun day at school. But I agree with that. I think K through 4th to 6th, I think is where you should draw the line, either 4th grade or 6th grade for mandatory card giving. Because at that point in time, especially when you're in 6th grade, you're kind of more of leaning into adulthood, like the Santa Claus, blah blah blah. Things aren't as
Shut
magical.
your whore mouth.
Things aren't as magical as they are once perceived. But I definitely think it should be a thing that's celebrated where you get, a day off from school while having to still be at school all the way up until 8th grade. Because high school is where things get real serious, and I think that's where Valentine's Day should just kind of stay strictly in between classes and lunch period where you're handing notes to people and stuff like that. That is my viewpoint. So, which leads me into the next topic. David, would you kindly explain to John, who's falling asleep, and myself what the real reason behind Valentine's Day was?
Okay, so actually I did a bit more digging and I understand why it is now linked with love. Okay.
Okay.
So originally what I had found was Saint Valentine. The Catholic Church had recognized that there was two gentlemen named Valentine or Valentinus who were beheaded by the same emperor on different years. This article, which is from history.com, goes into detail that the first guy was killed after the Roman emperor decided that single men had made better soldiers than those with wives and families, and he outlawed marriage for young men. Valentine, realizing the injustice of this decree, defied Claudius and continued to perform marriages for young lovers in secret. When Valentine's actions were discovered, Claudius ordered that he be put to death. Still others insist that it was Saint Valentine of Terni, a bishop who was the true namesake. He too was beheaded by Claudius II outside Rome. There's other stories that pop up that Valentine had sent the first quote unquote Valentine to the jailer's daughter who he had fallen in love with.
Okay, hold up, pause. David, are you touching your mic at all, or somebody touching their mic? Because
I did. I moved it.
A lot of disturbance.
I wasn't touching my mic, but I think John just said he was.
Is that okay?
Yeah, there's no longer the crackling and popping that was flashing across.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
I don't know what happened.
Foss, if you could please continue.
So they're also saying it was a pagan festival in February. So
lean back real quick.
Yeah.
And start talking again. Like continue on, but stay lean back. Because I think
was I managing to talk over my
your mics are getting too close, I think. There has to be something with
this microphone's not on.
I don't know, but when you're leaning in, that's when we're getting the microphone disturbance.
It's apparently also February 15th is a pagan holiday dedicated to Faunus, the Roman god of agriculture, who was also it was a fertility festival. So, there's some other things that had not originally popped up the last time we had talked about this.
Huh.
If you want to know more, please look it up yourself.
Well, to be on the topic of fertility and love, let's move these questions into a more fun side of the podcast topic. Let's talk about.
Why are you turning so red?
Let's talk about our first times. Because it's love. Your first time is typically with somebody you care a lot about. I know there is an exception for somebody here. So we'll still talk about first times, but we'll also add in the consensual aspect of this. So who wants to go first? Actually, there's more than one person in here that qualifies.
You go ahead and lead us off into this one.
Oh, you want me to lead it off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the year was 2010. Let's set some atmosphere here. Me and my at-time girlfriend, Nikki Eldred, too, kind of, because again, high school and all that. We had it planned out. Like we talked about it a lot. We conversed with each other, and we had it planned out that we were gonna go and visit my grandfather on this certain day. And we're going to take advantage of the fact that my grandfather 90% of the time was drunk during this time era because he was sad and depressed. And we did this whole thing. I was already at my grandfather's the day before prepping. I brought blankets. There was candles. There was pudding. You don't want to know why there was pudding, but there was pudding. Very vital part of the story. I went to the bushes across the street, picked flowers from like the bushes across the street from my mom's garden, from like everywhere I could walk to and gather flowers. And like I laid down blankets on my grandfather's carpet. I had candles lit, sprinkled flower pieces everywhere. Had
Oh
this
my
whole huge thing planned out. And so what do you think first time you think, gentle, kind of sweet, romantic stuff? Yeah, no, she got there with a plan of her own, which included a lot of very fun foreplay games that I'm not gonna talk about. But the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, is as we're laying there after we're done, she grabs her phone, opens up a file, clicks it, and it starts playing The Lonely Islands I Just Had Sex. And that was our whole goal point for the first time. For both of us, our first times was to play that song at the end because it was the all-time joke. And that was our personal joke.
Oh wow.
So that was my first time. I will
Quite
pass
a story right
I will
there.
pass the torch down to Boss Foss instead of
Oh,
picking on
quite a
John.
All right.
Yeah,
My
there's so much more to
my
that
first
story.
time consensually.
I'm
was-
gonna tap in and I want to kind of clarify the consensually part. It is consensually on our behalfs, as David and I hope you don't mind saying it, but we've both been victims of sexual assault and abuse.
Yeah.
So that's why we're adding the consensually part, because it should always be consensual.
Absolutely.
Always,
On
100% of the
on
time.
both ends.
On
sides.
both ends, yes. So, Boss Foss, please continue.
So after I was with my ex, who will not be named, but we'll just say she was a redhead.
I went down
And both people in this call are aware of who she is. Anyway, so
Yeah.
I was 20, and I'm 26 this year, so 6 years ago. After high school, I was not really interested in sex. I didn't really care for it, so I wasn't even trying. So she practically fell in my lap. I'm not sure.
Quite literally.
Quite literally, yeah. I'm trying to remember. It wasn't a planned thing. Unlike Ryunn, this was more just kind of like spontaneous. We were both in the house, in my house, and we were home alone.
Hey man, sometimes nothing's better than the nice
Ryunn's
animalistic nature
story
of
was like-
Now,
spontaneous.
I don't remember a ton
Very detailed.
because, unfortunately for me, I blacked out.
Oh,
I don't remember anything because I had blacked out, like full on. Head hit the pillow. I was unconscious.
Roofied.
No, not this time.
not this time. Yeah, no. Face.
She told me it was really good. I'll go with it. I'll say so.
Oh, look at David over here having to add in the ratings. The
Of course.
ratings.
Of course.
Self-promoting
I didn't remember.
over here.
I
No.
didn't remember.
That's funny.
All right, John, looking back in your life, what was your first time like?
Oh boy.
Oh, we also
nerve-wracking.
kind of painted age range because you said yours was outside of high school.
Me? Yeah, mine
Yeah.
was 2 years after high school.
So you were 20.
20. I was 20.
I was 13. You could tell because,
That was a 13-year-old story you just told.
I was 13 at the time of my story. Yeah.
My boy.
Yeah, that was 13 years ago.
Holy fuck, it was 13 years ago. I'm fucking old.
Yeah, I know. My story is coming up on 6 years old now.
I was 13 and it was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a mind flip. John, J-Dog, Awu.
Oh.
Your
Oh man. It was good. It was fun. it was nerve-wracking because I had a small house and I lived with my mom, and she was like gone,
Nothing.
but we kept hearing things in the living room, like it sounded like her coming into the house. So we'd like, we'd stop really quick and and make it try to seem like nothing was going on, but obviously it was. And then we was kind of like back and forth and back and forth, and
And that's how you.
it was
It was,
Yeah.
like, it was like a game of tennis. It was 10 love.
Yeah.
Love all.
But yeah, first time was fucking long time ago. I was 14, I think, 15 maybe. I don't know. I was too young. Too young, sir.
Yeah.
I wish I would have waited. I'll be
All right.
honest. But it was fun though. While it lasted.
However many minutes it was.
Yeah, it seemed like a
It
lifetime.
felt like a lifetime.
It
In
felt-
reality, we started at
40
It was
12
seconds.
like
and we ended at
7.5
12:01.
minutes. Yeah.
Let's go and switch pace into, since you were saying that your mom at the time was almost caught you guys.
It
Let's
seemed
go.
like it, but we
Let's
didn't. We kept
go.
hearing. Yeah.
With actually being caught or
wow.
damn near being caught stories. John, would you like to start this off, or does
Yeah, I'll
David
start
want to?
this
Because
one.
I see David down here like, pick me, teacher.
fucking
I
laughing.
actually am paying attention to class.
Go ahead, John.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it was the same girl. We were going out, and it was at her house, and everybody was gone, but her mom had this friend that she called her aunt, who was always coming over, and we were like, right in the middle of getting down and dirty, and her freaking aunt comes walking up through the gate, and her room was like by the gate, and she was like banging on the door, and she knew we were home, so we had to just like stop having sex and then go and talk to her aunt like nothing was going on. Like, oh, we just watching a movie, But yeah, it was embarrassing because I knew that she knew. And that lady has known me since I was young too. So it was awkward. It's pretty damn awkward. But yeah, that's my getting caught story, or damn near.
Ryunn?
Which one should I go with? I got a couple. One that definitely comes to mind is an oh shit moment. We didn't get caught, but I had this really close friend that I was really close with, and they had a sister.
Let's hold up real quick. We are unaware if this friend that Ryunn is referring to is aware of the story or not. We suspect he is, but we also suspect he might not be. Please continue.
I don't know, and I'm scared. But so me and said sister, we did things to stay completely as vague, just in case either of them will listen to this or watch it. We did things. And I was literally shoulder to shoulder, like skin touching my friend as this was happening. There was people walking up and down the hallway. So at any moment, we could have gotten caught, and I'm pretty sure I would have died. Now, on the same side of the story, me and the same person, we went and hung out at my mom's house before she took over the house she currently lives in now. And we were doing things. And in the middle of just segs, I happened to look up and I see my younger cousin through the curtain of the trailer. And he's like, and me being horrible, looked at him and was like, don't you fucking ruin this for me. So there's a almost getting caught and a getting caught story. But David knows somebody I lived with that really, after Miss Eldred and I took our break, lived with me, and things got very rambunctious in that style in which we got caught quite often. Like I'd have my younger foster brother, Lil Crow, over, and he would be in the other room, and I'd walk out for water, and it would just be bam in the kitchen with the blinds open. No fucks given. So I've been caught in the act a lot. Once in public.
Oh,
So I have one story that for sure I almost got caught, and I'm not sure if my mom knows.
God, I'm so afraid to know what your mom knows, because we're gonna keep hiding identities. When T would come over, I know you've told me that you heard us from the laundry room one time.
Yeah. So there are things that I question whether my mom actually knows or not.
At the same
so
time,
me and my ex,
like, nice.
We are full on sexing it up in my room. But at the time, my room was not an actual bedroom, so I did not have a door. I had a curtain that blocked my room off from the kitchen. And John walks away.
John walks away. John's like, fuck David's story. It's not interesting. He didn't catch me in the first two stories. He hears you. He hears you.
Okay. So anyway.
He has his hearing aids in.
So we're full on just having sex. Segs.
We gotta keep it somewhat PG. Come on, man.
This is the part where I'm glad that we had thought about it. Even though my shirt was off, she had kept her shirt on, just in case. And my mom walks up and she says, "Hey, David," knocks and immediately opens up the curtain. And so I'm out. I push the blanket up to my ex, and I'm covered through the waist down, but I'm still shirtless. She's covered on the waist down, but she has her shirt on. And my mom kind of stops and she gives us a look, and I said, "What'd you need, Mom?" And she says, "I don't remember now." She says, "Were you guys doing something?" I was like, "No, I was just watching a movie." And she says,
"Watching a movie?"
Sure. I'm like, "No, we're just watching a movie." She goes, "Why is your shirt off?" "I just was hot, okay?"
Why is the blanket on if you're hot?
I know.
David, should you come here for a second? No.
So the other time that I have sort of gotten caught, sort of not caught, and I know my parents don't know about this one, so I really hope they never watch this. Senior year of high school, I go to Corning's rodeo grounds with this girl. While there's a dance at the high school, me and this girl go to the rodeo grounds to engage in things.
Again, the dances at Corning High School.
I know. So at this point, I'm able to drive myself and other people legally. Nothing came from us going to the rodeo grounds. We were starting to try and do things, but we just weren't feeling it. And so we were walking back, and as we're walking back, we see that somebody has a flashlight and they're looking at my car. Now, at the time, I had a 95 Celica. So I had a sports car. It was a nice car. So we see this flashlight on my red car, and then the flashlight shines over to where we happen to be walking back. And I'm like, well, shit. Because at that point, I realized it's a cop. And he says, "What are you kids up to tonight?" And I said, "Oh, we're just going out for a walk. He says, you aware this is private land? And I was like, I thought this was the public rodeo grounds. He says, yeah. He says, but it's private land. He says, you guys are trespassing. He says, if I see you guys here again, I will have to arrest you guys for trespassing. He says, also, next time that there's a dance, he says, I recommend you go to the dance like your parents think you're doing. I was like, yes, sir.
Damn.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. All right.
That officer would put the fear in people.
Yeah.
Next time there's a
Did.
dance, I suggest you be there.
you be there, boy.
I'm keeping my eye on you, boy.
Oh,
So, to switch topics once again, I have another good callback memories one. Let's talk about your very best first date.
okay.
John, David,
John?
David,
What?
John,
What?
David,
What?
Ryunn.
Me, him, you.
Who's got Rochambeau? We're all gonna Rochambeau for it. All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, I lost.
I'm a rock.
What was that?
was a
You were
rock.
doing like some
did a
weird-
Yeah, I know. I was
You
flipping you guys
us
off,
off.
but it was a rock. It was a rock.
Okay, so John is safe. John doesn't have to go first. It's between me and you, David. On 3.
You beat me, so you get to go first.
Oh,
Or no. John
no,
lost.
I
overall.
beat you. No, John, I had paper. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you were
cut
over
me.
top. You beat me, but I beat John.
Yeah, winner doesn't have to go first. Losers do. So it's me v you. Going
don't think
first
you
is a
think-
punishment.
I don't think.
Okay,
This
everybody, listen
first-
here.
Mm.
It was 2010, the golden year of my life, freshman year of high school. I used to live at the apartments that were semi across the street from the bowling alley in Corning.
This is just
and-
first date, right?
Yeah, this is first date. I was tasked by one of my friends that we're gonna call Jake Gyllenhaal. He wanted me to get information on essentially Nikki, because the story relates to Nikki. And so we spent like months talking, and we decided to actually meet up outside of high school for her brother's birthday, which was being held at the bowling alley. So this is the first time I'm meeting her brother, her sister, her grandfather, and her grandmother, all for this bowling alley thing. And it was really fun. We got to bowl, haven't gone bowling in a while. And the flirting really started when we started going to the arcade machines where the air hockey and the pool table was. So a little background information for me, I really love to play pool. I am good at it. My entire family plays it. My uncle plays it competitively. We like pool. Little not known fact, Nicole is very good at pool. Did not know this. So I'm trying to be, the gentleman and be like, oh, hey, I could show you how to play pool. Actually, let me clarify this. I got to go back to 13-year-old me. Let me get the voice light enough. Hey, I'm a gentleman. Let me show you how to play pool. So, we have like arms around each other, trying to teach her how to hit the pool balls and all this. And we're having like all these nice little cute kind of romantic pool game sessions. And then finally she's like, all right, I think I feel confident enough to beat you and all this. And I was like, okay. So I'm all cocky. I set it up. I was like, you break. Breaks, sinks that 8 ball, wins the game. She just looks up at me and smiles. That was the moment.
Got hustled, boy.
That was the moment I realized that she was indefinitely smarter than I was. And I fell like a person jumping from a cliff, just free falling for this. So the rest of the day goes good. The story gets better because I'm walking home from this, and this guy in a Corvette pulls up at the Mexican restaurant that was in between bowling alley and home. This dude paid me $40 to just stand outside for 10 minutes to watch his car.
Damn.
All this because I decided to go on a date with somebody because I was getting information for Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, I forgot about Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, which also led to a
I forgot all about him.
it led to a fracture in our friendship temporarily because we both used to walk to school because I lived over by him. So we would walk to school and he was paying me originally to get information about her. And I was like, look, you gotta take your money back. I was like, here's part of that 40. I was like, we're actually dating
like
now.
PI
I was like, I'm
started
sorry.
investigating and stuff.
It was Jake Gyllenhaal was a very shy guy who was slightly confused. And I was trying to help him
Anyway,
my friend, and yeah, it turned into a nice relationship that's my awesome first date story. David, since you were the other loser, your turn.
I think we all lost because I was trying to say that you would be going last. No, Ryunn, I was trying to say that you would be last because you had won, which means you didn't have to go again, and it was going to be
But John
me
beat me.
and John. Oh yeah, I guess so.
We were the two losers.
I beat him. He beat
I
you.
beat you.
We beat each other in a triangle.
You
Okay.
were the ultimate
You would
loser.
have beat
You
me
weren't
because I
winning.
picked scissors, right?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. So it was just.
Okay, somebody just.
I
go.
beat John. John beat you. You beat me. There we go. Okay.
Somebody go.
Crunch.
We got these two stories left to do. Let's tell them. Come on.
My best first date would have to be my date with Katie, who, in case I have not already said, is my fiance right now. I had asked her
I'll
out.
be his fiance later. I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Had asked out Katie after she stopped working at Starbucks with me. I had asked her out a total of like 3 separate times. And she didn't say no. She didn't say yes, but she didn't say no either. She just kept going, David, I don't want to hurt you. You know, if we were to date, I don't think it's going to work out as much. I would end up hurting you, and I don't want to hurt you. And I was like, listen, just give me a chance. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking for, is just a shot. She had told me no, at the last time that I had asked. What are you putting up?
You said you wanted a shot.
Oh, thanks.
I'm being nice.
So I had said, hey, listen, this upcoming Saturday, I work the morning shift and then I'm off work. Do you want to go get lunch at least? You know, we're not doing anything major. Let's just go to lunch, and that way we can talk face to face and not over text. She told me yes, and then she told me no. And then the day of, she texts me and she says, I'll take you up on that lunch date. And we go to lunch, and that was the moment that I was like, you know what? I don't want my past to even have a chance to ruin this, because I feel the connection and I feel like I really like this girl. And so I blocked my ex at that exact moment while sitting at the table with Katie. I had blocked my ex. And it was weird, like how well it went. It was a great lunch. We went back to my house and talked some more. It was good. We decided that we were going to continue to hang out, get to know each other a bit more. And it took about a month before me and her had officially said that we were dating. I see him putting on merch for a game that I'm not going to say, because I'm not going to sponsor any games right now.
Oh God. Oh, let me just climb over.
Oh wow, he's getting up. I
Oh,
know
no,
exactly what he's doing.
Oh God.
That was a really good first date, and I would not have traded that for the world.
Oh fuck. Oh, whew. Whew. Yeah.
John?
Is she listening to you? You kissing up?
Is she
listening
back?
to you?
Yeah, is she back
Katie?
there going,
No.
oh,
No, she's probably asleep on the couch right now.
All right,
She's
John,
honestly probably asleep on the couch right now.
I'll just
give us your best first date story, my friend.
best first date story. Oh wow. What was it, like homecoming or something? I think it was homecoming day.
Spider-Man or
No, not fucking Spider. No, homecoming dance. It was like everybody was going and buying shirts and like matching shirts, you know what I mean? And that was going to the dance together and stuff. That was probably one of the more like probably the best date I had was it was the homecoming dance, and then we went out to dinner and we smoked some weed and got kind of buzzed and it was fun, dude. And I was like junior in high school, I think. It was badass, dude. Yeah. Nothing crazy about that. You know.
Well, everybody, our time for this podcast is up. We here at Nerdgasmic Goodfellas hope you guys enjoy, whether you celebrate Valentine's Day or Happy Single Awareness Day. We hope you do it safely. What are you looking questionable at?
Wasn't there one more question that you had written down?
Well, I mean, you just messaged me like 8 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
I was just letting you know. I was just letting you know that we had hit an hour.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to wrap it up. Do you know what the other question was now that you interrupted me?
You're the one who I was literally just going, wait, what? Hold on. I thought there was something else.
Yeah, and your puzzled look on your face got me inquisitive, and then I asked. So let's find out. Let me know when you're going to be there. No, that's the wrong message. That's a beautiful picture of your cat. We're going to talk about fond memories, bad memories associated with the holiday, talk on our opinion it should be celebrated in schools, the reason for the holiday in general. We will talk on fun parts of our love life and not so fun parts. So yeah, I think we hit everything I was going to talk about.
Everything.
So again,
I have a question.
Okay. Ooh, questions. I'm intrigued. You have me being a bit inquisitive.
I think I made it clear that I have a not so positive view of Valentine's Day, which is funny because I'm in a relationship. For me, I feel like Valentine's Day, and this is a good, topic to kind of like wrap everything up. We can all give our opinions on this. I feel like Valentine's Day is a little overrated. And I feel like the big corporations have gotten their hands on it and made it all about candy, flowers, and cards. And that's not what this is supposed to be about, apparently. I understand, it's supposed to be about love and making sure that those who you care about know that you care about them. And what are your guys' thoughts?
Oh, and definitely Valentine's Day is a corporate scam to just get more money out of people. But at the same time, like, obviously I'm gonna come into this with a biased point of view, having, a younger past history with not really being people's Valentine's Day and not feeling the way they try to teach you to feel for that. But at the same time, like, even as an adult, there's something about having an admirer, whether it be a secret admirer and you randomly get gifted something and there's no clue from who from, or somebody you care about, whether it be friends or a significant other, giving you something to show appreciation is also something special that is fun to celebrate. And having Valentine's Day gives you that opportunity to kind of take a break from the mundane and do something special. So I'm kind of on the fence on it. Like, me personally, again, my bias is I'm not going to be celebrating Valentine's Day. I'm single. I'm probably going to go Pornhub and go to work. Jokes aside, I have school and work that day, so I have no time for that. But I mean, it's like going to work, and I work at a pizza parlor. We're going to be giving out heart-shaped pizzas, which is just adorable because, everybody's going to want them. Another sham to bring in more money for the corporate place, but it's like me and friends are talking about, getting some brownies, cookies, stuff, all of us single people. and getting a heart-shaped pizza and just eating it together. So it's apart from being love, it's just about being with other people. It's about not being lonely for a day out of the year.
I'll come share a heart-shaped pizza with you, Tim.
I'm thinking of getting Hawaiian or something. I want something out of the normal.
And I'm out. I don't want that. No, I'm kidding. I love pineapple on pizza.
I'll
It's
come share
delicious.
it.
What about you, John? What's your viewpoint on Valentine's Day?
Makes me sick and I hate it.
Yeah, straight to the point. I
On
like it.
Valentine's Day makes me sick. People
What
hugging and
is
kissing on each
your
other
guys'
makes me sick.
what is your guys' favorite Valentine's Day candy? Because they got a
Specifically, only the one that shows up around Valentine's Day, or is only given for Valentine's Day, or
would
just
be. Well, I know some places do stuff special like Hershey's.
I like the heart boxes with all the different
Oh, the
kind of
truffles and
chocolates
shit.
in it,
the
dude. It's
special-
like each one's kind of different, bro. Life is
No.
like a box of
we
chocolate.
were at Target and Katie saw one of the boxes and she says, if you feel like getting me chocolates, anything from this section is okay with me. And I'm looking, it's like $40 for this box, $50 for this box. I'm like,
Damn well
Jeez.
guarantee I'm buying myself a box of those chocolates either tomorrow or something to kind of depressingly sit there and be like, be mine. I love you.
as for my personal favorite candy, I've always loved the sweetheart little heart message.
I love
candies.
those too.
Even though I very rarely ever got them as a kid.
I get them
always
every
loved them.
year just to read the messages. Or there's I have a picture on my Instagram where I have one that has the mustache printed on it. So I stuck it under my nose and puckered up my lip and took a picture
Mustache.
with a mustache over my mustache.
You have a mustache?
I do. I have a very shitty excuse.
I know we're at like 3 different stages. John it looks like he's more freshly shaved. Ryunn, you have a bit more
Wow.
stubble. And then
I'm
me, I have a
groomed.
more definitive beard.
And
I
I'm
am-
fat, so I can see my double chin, and I hate it.
This
Just
is why I
makes me
keep a
wanna be
beard.
like, yeah, I gotta lose weight.
I thought about shaving for my Hitman videos, but at the
Oh.
same time, I'm just like, I don't like not having a beard, and I don't know if cosplaying for a Let's Play is worth it. But I'm bald and I have a suit, so you kind of have to. But again, this is all the time we have, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you enjoyed this podcast on whatever podcast listening device you're listening to this on. If you guys are watching the vidcast, we thank you guys again. This week, we will be having Let's Plays come up on the channel. They will correspond with Let's Plays that are on my personal channel. You guys can find that in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube on our vidcast at the Nerdgasmic Goodfellas YouTube channel. What?
I was indicating to the
you're
vidcast
pointing-
people.
you're pointing
It's in the
down.
description
It's in the
below.
description. Again, you guys can find our channel at
No, down.
NERDGAZMICGOODFELLAS on YouTube.com. Or you can find me personally at RYUNN space ELDRED at YouTube.com. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, all those social media apps. You guys
Actually, hold up. I don't think they can find us on Twitter. Twitter has put us in Twitter jail. So
Yeah.
Twitter one's on hold until we can get this one back.
We also have a Reddit page, a subreddit that is I'm working on right now to put content up. If you guys are interested in going to our subreddit, it is r/the drinking corner. You will be, or at least because I'll probably be the one that manages that account in general. Anyways, we'll be posting about upcoming podcast topics and be looking for other people's inputs. The same thing with like on just any of our normal social media. We also have a Discord for the Nerdgasmic Goodfellas in which you guys can go over there and kind of post into it or whatever. Whenever we get big enough for people to do that, it's all there. We hope you guys have a safe Valentine's Day or Happy Single Awareness Day.
I'm very aware that I'm single.
I'm very aware too, John.
I'm very aware.
We'll be single together. We'll just hit a
I'm
bar.
working on Valentine's Day, but yeah.
I work Valentine's Day too, and I hate it.
Oh,
We go Super Bowl Sunday right into Valentine's Day. That's back to back, just busy. And I am not looking forward to it. But we will see you guys in the next episode, or we will talk to you in the next episode, in which our gracious host, the boss Foss, will be hosting, and me and John, whether it is a conversation episode or it will be us going against each other in some form of competition, that will have to be seen next Sunday/Monday. We will see you guys then. Bye everybody.
Oh, you're not gonna do your new outro?
Oh no, that's just for my personal YouTube
Oh,
channel.
okay.
Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Thank you, guys. I'm going home.